Hello and welcome. Glad to have you here on our YouTube Live. So let's get right into our topic. So today we are going to talk about YouTube, how to use YouTube. Maybe you will learn a couple of tricks and tips that you didn't know about YouTube. So this is Go for Lunch for August 23rd, 2022. I'm your host, Roger Harmon, and Go for Lunch is brought to you, as usual, by GoFor Technology, where we make your technology work for you. So, YouTube. What is YouTube? Well, it's an online video sharing platform. It's also become a social media platform. 2.2 billion, which is almost 1/3 of the internet users, are active on YouTube every month. It is the second largest search engine after Google. Of course, we recommend DuckDuckGo as your search engine, and YouTube is owned by Google. So, 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute, and that works out to 720,000 hours of video uploaded every day. The how-to videos are growing 70% year over year, so many people go to YouTube to find out how to do a wide variety of things, like what we're doing today, how to use YouTube. So to get the most out of YouTube, you should sign in with your Gmail username and password. If you don't have a Gmail email, it's pretty easy to set up. And if you need any help with that, please let me know. I can certainly help you with that. So once you log in, you can comment on our video and other videos. And when you log in, it also helps YouTube provide videos that they think will be of interest to you, and you can customize that. We'll talk about that a little later. So one of the things, again, YouTube is the second largest search engine. So let's talk about how you do searches. So here we have we're on YouTube. We put in a search criteria here, watch YouTube. And when you do that, this icon appears for filtering. So these are the different categories of filters that you can choose to customize your search on YouTube. The one that I use the most is the upload date. So I'm usually going to click on this year for general things so that I only get the most current YouTube videos about what I'm looking for. I could do this month, this week, or if it's a late breaking news story, for example, I might use today. You can also choose the type of content that you want. It could be a video, a channel, a playlist, or a movie. And you can choose the duration, which is either under 4 minutes, up to 20 minutes, and over 20 minutes. You can also determine what features you like. If you want to see something that's live, you can search for that. You can search for video quality, which would be in 4K, high definition, or high definition resolution. You can also search with videos for content with subtitles or closed captioning, those that have a Creative Commons license, those shot in 360-degree or virtual reality 180-degree video or 3D, and you can also search by location as well as any content that you may have purchased. And last, you can search by relevance, by upload date, by view count, and by rating. That would be how many thumbs up the video got. So another interesting feature of YouTube videos, and this is up to the creator to add this, so it's not always there, is chapters. So here we have a video which we're going to stop to alleviate any copyright issues. And when you look down here, you see it says show more. We click on that, then it expands the description, and below that we have the chapter titles, and followed by that is the actual timestamp when that chapter starts. So if we want to go to the chapter on how to improve your vision, which is 5 minutes and 7 seconds, we would click on the blue link here. And as you can see up here, we're at 3 seconds, and the total running time of this video is 9 minutes 19 seconds. So when we click on the blue link 507, then we go right there to 507.
Your vision will improve.
So that's the way that chapters work. So another thing about searching, so if we search for GoFor, and you want to put this in as 2 words, technology, and it adds technology down here. So we click on the guy with the red shirt. So once you're in here, you can search within my channel. So when you search here, you're searching only in my channel. So if we wanted to find a video about airplay, for example, there's last week's video on airplay. So you can search for any topic once you get to the channel by clicking on the little magnifying glass here. And you can see we also have airplay mentioned in the big screen TV episode, and also in Go for Lunch number 22 apparently. So that's another tip for finding what you want within the GoFor Technology channel. So when you hover over a video and click on the 3 dots that appear when you hover over, you get this menu. So you can add things to your queue, you can add to your watch later list, you can add to your playlist, you can share, and we'll show that here in a minute. You can also customize what YouTube shows you by saying, I'm not interested, or I don't recommend this channel. And then if that channel is doing something that you think is inappropriate, you can report it from this menu. So when you're watching YouTube, you have in the screen itself, you have little icons along the bottom. So you can turn on autoplay, you can turn on closed captions, you can click on the gear to get to some more settings, which we'll look at here in a second. You can also turn on a mini viewer, which basically is a picture in a picture. So when you turn on the mini viewer, you can get a small picture that you can position. So if you want to watch a YouTube video while you're doing something else on your computer, that's the way you do that. So this is what it looks like in the bottom right hand corner. This is your autoplay. Here's your closed captioning or subtitles. Here's the gear that's showing that you're viewing in high definition quality. And then we will go to what these next ones are. So before we do that, let's talk about scrubbing. So let's go back to our Safari. So if we go to this video, so any of our videos have a timer. Now this one, I chopped off the timer, but if it had a 5-minute timer, then you could just grab the little red circle here and scrub past the 5-minute timer to get to the beginning of the video or any portion of the video. So you can see it shows you a preview of what's going on there. So while we're here, let's stop this. So on the screenshot, I wasn't able to capture the mini player icon, and this is also the theater mode icon. And then we'll talk about these other two icons here in a second. So the gear icon gives you another menu. So annotations are the little images, could be text, could be a link to another video that pop up during a video, usually up in the top right-hand corner. So you can turn those off. Then on playback speed, you can adjust this playback speed. So if it's something where it's mostly somebody talking and there's not much action in the video, a talking head, you could maybe bump that up to 1.5 times normal speed, which would allow you to absorb that material in less time. So it's something you should try. I listen to all my podcasts at 1.5 or 1.75, and your brain will get used to it, and you can save time. And then you can turn subtitles on or off. The subtitles are live, so YouTube has a pretty good system of doing subtitles. So if you're having problem understanding the speaking on a video, you can turn on the subtitles. And the quality, you can adjust the quality. You can set it on auto, and it will adjust it to the highest quality that is available for the bandwidth or the speed of your internet connection, or you can manually set it. So again, watching YouTube, you have the theater mode, which we just showed you, and then you have AirPlay, and you have full screen. So here's the AirPlay icon. So that will work with what we talked about last week by sending your YouTube video to a television that has AirPlay capability. And this is the full screen. Now this is what the icon looks like when you are in full screen. And so you would click on this to get out of full screen. So we have the sidebar. And the sidebar is opened by hitting the hamburger menu, which looks like this in the top left-hand corner. They call it a hamburger menu because this is the bun, this is the meat, and this is the other bun. So you can go to Explore, and Explore is looking at trends on YouTube, and also it lets you explore in different categories, like gaming or things like that. It also lets you go directly to Shorts, which are videos that are about a minute long, like TikTok. In fact, most of them are TikTok videos. And you can look at your subscriptions. So down here, you actually, below this line, you will see an icon or a thumbnail for each of your subscriptions. So more in the sidebar, again under the hamburger menu, you have your library, and then under the library you have history, your videos that you've uploaded, the watch later list, and your liked videos. And the show more is the subscriptions. So we were talking about how it works on your Mac. Let's look at how it works on your iPhone and your iPad. So let's demonstrate that. So we're going to go to our iPhone. And since we don't have YouTube on our home screen, we're going to swipe down from the center to bring up the search. And since we've been there recently, it's right here in the series suggestions. So we're going to tap on YouTube logo. And here we are. So this is a video that is halfway through. So again, you can do the scrubbing here by just grabbing the little red dot on the red line and scrub through it. And then up here we have the autoplay. On the very top we have the AirPlay, the little rectangle with the Wi-Fi symbol in the lower left corner. We have the closed captioning, and we have the gear. Now the gear works a little differently on the iPhone and iPad, so you have kind of some things combined in here. So here's the quality. So it also shows this a little differently. So you can have higher picture quality, you can have it in auto, let's check there. And then you can put it in data saver if you have a low connection speed. And then you can connect a specific resolution here. So we're going to go back to the gear. So you can see we can turn captions off, loop video, report, get help and feedback, adjust our playback speed. And we can get more from this channel, or we can watch in virtual reality. So then in the lower right hand corner you have the little square that goes to full screen. And of course when that happens, it goes into landscape, so you would turn your telephone sideways, and to get out of that you would tap it and click on the little icon in the lower left again. And you can see here is showing the chapters. So you can see the chapter titles, and below that are the times. So it works the same way. You just touch that and you'll go to that chapter. Now here's another feature, show the transcript. So you can get a transcript. So here's the times and what was actually said during that time. So you get out of that, you hit the little X, and you can choose, well, we hit the 3 dots, which gives you the choice of English auto-generated. It's the only choice. So now we hit the X to get out of the transcripts. So that's basically how it works on the iPhone and the iPad. One other thing here, up in the upper left-hand corner, you see there's a down arrow. When you click on that, that gets you back to your home screen. And then you also have some more options here at the bottom. The home screen, which is what we're on. The shorts, you can choose the shorts. And those you just scroll up to get to a different one. The plus inside the circle lets you create a short, upload a video, or go live. And then you can see your subscriptions here, and you can see your library.
It's on track. JP Morgan Wealth Management.
So, if you haven't already, go ahead and type questions in. And if you would be so kind to forward the GoFor Gazette, which comes out every Monday morning about 7 o'clock, to others that you know.
If you don't have this condition, but are still doubtful as to whether you should add avocados to your diet or not,
and also,
consult your doctor to get the whole picture and find out all the details.
Please subscribe. And click the little bell next to subscribe to be notified when we go live.
But what matters most is that
and also
cholesterol
make sure
and
you've
triglyceride
updated
markers
to
are linked
iOS
to increased risk of heart disease.
15.6.1
Not exactly
and
good
iPad
news,
OS
right?
15.6.1
But that's when avocados come to the rescue once again.
Important security
There are
update.
2 types of cholesterol. Low-density lipoprotein, or LDL, which can form plaques in your arteries, and high-density lipoprotein.
Okay. Excuse me, I've got a little congestion in my throat today. So welcome Leslie Ann and Chris, and Deb is in Minnesota. And Diana. And Susan has a comment here, which is a good thing to be aware of, that YouTube has music that's different from YouTube. So there's YouTube Music, which is a separate channel or a separate app, basically. And then there's YouTube Music on YouTube. So there's a lot of music there. And it is also has a paid subscription where you can listen to, in her case, operas that last for hours with no advertising breaks because you've subscribed to it. So I'm glad you found this valuable. That was the whole idea, to tell you some things you didn't know about YouTube. So Judy's here along with Doriana, and Leslie Ann says, thank you. She had no idea. So I know some of you are YouTube pros, but some of you now can become YouTube pros. So we're always looking for new topics. So if there's something that you'd like us to do on Go for Lunch, to dig deeper into and to do a tutorial on, please feel free to contact me. And you can do that by using the information that is on the screen coming up now. So have a great rest of your day, and thanks for visiting Go for Lunch.